Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Talk That Talk. I am your host tonight, Sherika Randall, and we have to the right of me, Juju. To the left of me, we have Cree and T. So we're going to go ahead and start with Juju. Go on and tell us a little bit about yourself, girl.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Juju, and I am a native to Los Angeles, real active in the community, and just glad to be here tonight with all of you and do ministry here in Los Angeles and work at USC, and just grateful to be part of this exciting conversation.
Hey. All right, Cree, let us know something.
Oh, hey guys, my name is Cree. I am a mother of two, recently married, and just relocated from Los Angeles to Lancaster.
Oh.
I am excited to be here sharing with you ladies about this infamous topic that is so, how can I put it, overlooked and underaddressed.
Oh, okay, because size does matter, y'all.
Baby,
that's the topic
here.
tonight.
Listen here.
All right, T, let us know.
Hi, this is your girl T. I was here last week. I enjoyed the show so much. I'm glad to be back. Let's get into this topic. I'm ready to cut this meat.
Cut this meat, girl. We talking about vitamin D, y'all, tonight. Yeah. Some of the ladies know what vitamin D is. Yeah. Some ladies are learning. And to fellas, they surprised.
Like, oh,
that's how we refer.
Like
we refer to it as vitamin D. We need it in our lives. Yes. Well, some of us anyway. Yes. But that's a whole nother topic.
Right.
So we're going to go ahead and start off with this little piece that we found doing some research that according to Men's Journal, researchers found that the following among the group of 13,000 men, the average penis size is 3.5 inches when it's soft. Because we keeping it real tonight. We're not going to use these big words on here tonight. When it is not erected, it is 3.5 inches. And when it is, the average penis size is 5.1 inches. How do you ladies feel about that? Who want to go ahead and chime in first about this right here?
Well, I really don't care what it does when it's soft, because I mean it's not doing nothing for me when it's soft. But
okay,
I mean 5.1 inches. I mean that's pretty average, I guess. But it's just I don't know. It's just I don't know, y'all.
I think we've been bamboozled and led astray because they kept talking about this 9 to 12.
Right.
That doesn't exist.
Now, if 5 is the average, then I don't know what people was talking. DJ Quicknam was rapping about it. So you thinking that you need a 12? Obviously, a 12 will hurt you. If
12 will hurt you because a 9 will hurt you.
Yes.
A 9 will hurt you.
The scientific number said this is the average.
So we know that nobody's back is being broken with 5.5 inches.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. But
just for clarity.
But look, let's keep it one right here. Is this something that since we are all learning something right now, clearly,
right.
Because we've been listening to DJ Quick, and just my experience, I don't know if they was 5.1, but we gonna, I don't know. But do y'all feel this is something that y'all can work with?
I'm guessing.
I think.
Oh, go ahead.
I think it's of course it's something we can work with, because at some point all of us have had to work with what we're working with. But I mean I'm making an assumption.
Okay,
I'm just making an assumption.
Let's say we assume then. Let's say we assume.
Everybody, and I don't mean everybody in this space. I'm talking about just in general. When you're working with what we're working with. But I think the question, it's like, whatever size it comes in. Like, what you gonna do with it?
Exactly. now that right there, that is key, because
we working.
You can have somebody that's well off. They may be 5.1 when they soft. And don't know what to do with it when they erect it.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty much.
And that's a challenge. That's problematic.
So we saying that size does matter, or does it not?
I guess it depends. I guess it just depends. 'Cause like you just said, you can be well endowed and then don't know what you're doing,
Right.
and then you can be average and be putting it down,
Yeah.
and then it's what else that you add to that, you know?
And
to-
I think when you're, I think if that's what you're looking for, like
Right.
say that, you know, in our younger days, that if that's what we was on the prowl for, yeah, it mattered because you weren't looking for something that was 3-point anything.
Well, I don't think nobody goes looking for a 3
And-
point.
but
I
I'm just
don't even
saying.
know if you go looking,
Ain't nobody
but I
looking
hear
for
what
three.
you're saying.
but I'm
Ain't
just
nobody
saying
looking
it
for three.
mattered. I mean, no, you
Nobody's
know, you at the
looking for three.
basketball
Nobody
court.
wakes up and says,
Nobody's looking for three. Shorts
That's
or
what
them
I'm
sweats though.
If it
And
don't
he's
move, if it
swinging.
don't move a certain way, you
Right.
already like, no, that's not a.
That's
I'm
not
looking for
it.
him.
that's a
But-
3.
But if it move a certain way in the basketball shorts, you will cheer a
Gray-
little bit
the
louder.
gray
than
shorts
everybody.
theory.
The gray sweatpants.
The gray shorts theory.
Oh, y'all killing me.
So that's what I mean when I say by looking for.
Yes.
I think what a lot of women have been misled when it comes to this conversation around size matters is that bigger is better.
Right.
Yes, that's
And we should probably that should be demystified. 'Cause
Right.
Bigger doesn't necessarily mean
it
better.
sure does not.
Right. And
Cause
smaller doesn't mean worse.
It
I mean,
doesn't.
not completely. I mean, it's depends.
Well, what if it's
so that's where it gets gray. That's where the
okay?
area
So let
gets
me go
gray.
ahead and ask this then, because me and my sisters often talk about. So we're talking about the size, but then
Mhm.
let's go ahead and talk about the meat too.
Mhm.
Because you know,
Mhm.
because you can have the size and not
Right.
be well proportioned,
Right.
and it's a pencil.
Right.
So I'm just saying,
That's a
saying
term.
because you got
That's
to
the
be
right
able
term.
to, feel it,
Right.
right?
Yes.
And did you? Is it in? Like you don't want, you don't want to ask that. I mean, I'm just saying.
Right. Is that your finger or is
Is
that
that
something
right?
right?
What are you like?
What's going on down there?
Yeah.
I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. And he'd be like,
And he'd be like, oh,
you already
it's in,
started,
right.
You
How I
like,
feel, baby? How I feel? What you mean? How I feel?
Everybody remember
Feels like
that infamous scene on Waiting.
Yes,
for
I was
Exhale.
Right.
thought about that. Yes,
And that scene was real.
It
That
really
was
was.
real talk.
Because
That
she
was real
said it. She
talk.
said I had to close my eyes
Right.
and squeeze real tight, and he felt like the real thing. And I was just
Right.
like, oh, so that's how we have to do it. Like,
I don't want to
so-
do that.
Right.
Yeah,
I've
I think there's a
never
lot of
known how
women
to fake.
compromising that way.
Yeah, I
Yes.
can't.
Yeah. I've never known how to fake.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
can't.
known
Me
how
neither.
to tell you something that's not there. I've never known how to say,
Me
oh,
neither.
you are
Yeah.
big when you're not. I've
Right.
never
Come
known how to do
on.
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's not me. I
Because-
can't fake
yeah.
nothing. You know how even in the bedroom. Oh, baby, how you need
Yeah.
to work a little
Not
harder
faking no noises
because this
or
ain't
nothing.
it.
Right.
Yeah,
Or if you
yeah.
see me moving to one side, that
Right, that means you should shift. Right, shift. Let's get this flow
something
together.
ain't-
So flow is a
Ain't
big
it.
deal, no matter what
Yes.
size.
Yes.
Flow,
No,
flow,
definitely
flow.
you gotta
How
have
you
a
flowing
flow.
with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
How you flowing with
Let
that?
me just say, Shannon is in these comments talking about,
How
yes,
you
it
flowing?
does, and you have to know what to do with it. She
Absolutely.
said, why can't we have it all? Laughing out loud, balance, 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 which is what we just said.
Right.
Yes.
You
right.
gotta be able to flow.
Yeah.
So, what is it? What is too big when it comes to the D? That's what we call it
When
tonight.
it becomes uncomfortable.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
there, and actually, me and a
hurts.
male friend just had this conversation.
Really?
Yeah, we were talking. I don't even. Conversation. And he would say, he's because he's got sisters, and that his sisters have shared with him, like there have been some guys that were just too big, and it was uncomfortable.
Yes, uncomfortable.
And some
I had
men,
one.
for however that was working out, they are endowed in such a way that it's uncomfortable for some women.
Yes.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. So
No, it definitely is.
Yeah.
I've actually
So if it's too
experienced
big,
that,
you just got to be like, oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I experienced that.
I experienced that too.
It's those
I
when you
experienced
see-
it,
you
and I
just
was
be
like, you gotta go.
what are you finna do with that? Because
Right.
that's
It
our.
can't go here.
I'm gauging at it, and I already know, like, nah.
But I
happen.
will say, in that experience that I had, it was like in '96. I'm gonna tell when it was.
Okay, you're going to tell us that's
It was way back
Yeah,
in the
we
days.
just
of
graduated from
96.
high school.
But revisiting, I was already graduated 2 years. So,
But it was a long
revisiting-
times
it was
ago.
A long time ago.
Uh-huh.
But revisiting that person when I got a little older,
Mhm.
I was better equipped to deal with it when I got a little older.
Yes,
Yeah.
because when you are younger, and that
Right.
was my experience with the person as well. Like I was younger, I was probably like 19. Then we like end up
Reconnecting.
reconnecting. I still was like, oh, okay, this is what it was. But I was able to, I didn't know what I was doing. With that one, it was like, yeah, I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that.
That's because I think that men are taught that you have to
Just-
beat it up.
Yeah,
Right.
beat it up.
Right.
And not be, especially when you that young.
Right.
You know, you gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta just go for it.
Yeah, you go in
just
there
go
with a
for
certain
it.
agenda. And
Yeah.
it's like, wait a minute, hold up.
So do
You
you
get a little older
So
and
do
you
you guys
understand.
think? I'm sorry. Do you guys think that because when we were younger
Mhm.
and the size or whatever, is it because of the way that we take it? Like us, like there are certain curves in us and certain things, and like,
What?
or do we just adapt?
I think the
Like-
anatomy of both the male
I
and the
was gonna say
female
that.
matter,
Mhm.
and so, but and I think not think, but what we all know is that as we get older and you have more experience,
Right.
then you know how to figure out. And as women, and when it's important, women out there, that you know your bodies too, because so you know
Right.
what you can work with and what you can't work with, because you know we've got tilted uteruses and all kind of
Yes.
stuff
Right.
going on also. So I think what happens is as we get older, we learn how to manipulate the situation.
Right.
Right.
We learn how to take
You
it.
learn how to figure it out.
Oh, Lord.
As you grow to know yourself,
Right,
and as
right.
men grow to know themselves, you learn how to figure it out.
Right.
Right.
Work around.
Yeah,
it.
we have Ebony stating men are taught to take it down.
Yeah.
Plain. Just
Yeah.
take it
Just
down.
get it. Just get in there.
And it's no caressing
Yeah.
and making love to it and
Right.
Yeah.
slow motion and slow
Yeah.
wine. It ain't none of that, but we like that, fellas. So if y'all listening right now, don't always try to take it down.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to beat it up all the time, okay?
And you
Like
ain't
a
breaking
time
nobody's
check.
back. And you ain't breaking nobody's back.
Like
We
y'all-
actually like it better when you take your time.
It started the mental part.
Right.
Yeah.
Like once you get me in my mind down there, it's
Slow motion.
Let
it roll.
It's a balance.
Listen
You
to
have
some
to
slow
start off
jams.
slow, and then when we build it up,
Right.
then you
Right.
could go to that other point.
Yeah.
You can do everything in one session.
It's girl.
One session.
One section. You did y'all hear that,
The
fellas?
way she said you could do it all in one
In
session.
one, slow and sexy. We have another Ebony on here. Wifey TYP says slow and sexy. All right.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm talking
Yes. Okay. So, what are deal breakers when it comes to a man's dick?
Stuff.
A man who
Not clean.
is
Ooh.
yeah.
Sweaty balls.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Not
oh.
clean.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's stop right there. How would you even know that it's sweaty? You
It's
gonna
a
touch it
smell.
before?
You,
Oh,
you
yeah, you gotta
can,
do the
you
test.
can smell a person.
It's a smell.
It's a
So if
smell.
they appear you up there, you ain't like really trying to let you down
No, you
there.
don't have to get down there.
Really?
You don't have to
Oh,
get
I ain't
down
never
there.
experienced. That's why I'm
But that's
asking. I'm
good.
asking.
That's
I ain't
good.
never experienced.
It's like, it's
Some people
like-
aren't clean.
It's
Yeah.
like it's like
Some people aren't
breast sweat.
clean. They just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
And they
breast
look
sweat.
clean on the outside.
Yeah, but
Right.
they
When you
not. They
get to
don't
that, they
clean.
not
it.
clean?
Yeah, they not.
Oh,
clean.
fellas, y'all here, we don't like not clean, okay?
Yeah.
we need
Clean,
y'all to
clean.
keep them sweaty balls
Listen
together.
Yeah.
Listen.
If you got to put some powder down there, do that.
So,
Do what
that
you
may add to the folk. I don't know.
Get some wet
do
wipes.
something. Do something.
I mean,
Wet
if
wipes.
you don't
Yeah,
sweat,
wet
But
wipes.
the powder keeps you from sweating. So if you know that you sweat down
Yeah,
there,
that's what I'm
Yeah.
put a
talking
little
about.
something to drive
Yeah.
that moisturizer. Your grandma didn't tell you nothing.
Or just
Right.
go to the bathroom first. Act like you
Wash
gotta
up,
go to the
wash up.
bathroom and then you come
Do
out.
your thing.
Wash
Okay,
up.
yeah, absolutely.
Wash
You got to
up.
do a check. I'm
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
ladies do checks. If y'all
Gotta do
don't,
a
you
check.
got to do a
They
check.
do.
You gotta do a
We
check.
should know firsthand how we smell.
Yeah.
That's everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
And
You
brothers,
know?
we expect y'all to take, run to the
Yeah.
restroom real quick. Do a quick check. Make sure you
Yeah.
fresh.
Don't be coming out.
So the deal breaker, one of the deal breakers is sweaty balls.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, and what's another one? I can't do a pencil. Cause I can't. Like I can't have you with the length and no width. Like I can't have you with that.
She said,
So
"I
I can't do a pencil. I can't.
For me, I think it's just the simple fact of not knowing what to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can have
Mhm.
small and work it, and
Right.
you can have big but if you just got and don't know, it's like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like that's a deal breaker because it's like you done pumped me up. We didn't got to this point where it's about to go down, and I'm just laying here, and you just going, and I'm just like, oh,
Right.
Yeah.
And so that leads me to a comment. Ebony stated, men, she said they, but I'm sure she's talking about men. Men don't aim to please. It's not until they get with a woman that understands an orgasm,
Mhm.
that they will
I
know
agree with
how
that.
to please or get in tune with the woman.
Yeah, Ebony's right. She's
Yes,
right on that one.
absolutely
She's
right.
on
That
that
is
one.
that is so right.
And I don't like cocky. I don't like cockiness when you shouldn't be.
Right.
Oh,
I cannot
Or just
stand
cocky,
that.
period.
Just cocky,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
But don't be cocky and you don't even live
you
up
ain't
to
And
do
you're
nothing.
not.
Yeah.
And you're not
Okay,
doing
but
nothing.
you three erect. Don't become
but T, she said three when you're erect, fellas. No. But what about for you though? He ain't it. Because you got to think about it. Sometimes, because I think someone find finesse. Some women know how to finesse a guy and lie, but we just said we can't lie, right?
Yeah,
you got to think about it. So to that guy that you feel that's cocky, he probably technically isn't cocky. He just been probably his head been fixed.
His ego has been
just
stroked.
like women, because they be told they got the bomb, and then one dude may think it's trash.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she was through. I didn't feel nothing. So that's a whole nother topic.
My question too with that, I asked a young man yesterday. I was asking a young man. We were talking about it because they saw the promo video, and so they were calling like, "Oh, so you think you grown, honey? That's what you gonna talk about?" I'm like, "Yeah, we gonna go on there and talk about it." So in the conversation, he talked about how women are trash, and I said, "Well, is it that she's necessarily wide, or is it that the man is small?" Because women's body naturally goes back to a certain point.
Right.
So I'm
some
not
women
saying
supposed to grip.
Like
I mean, I don't know.
And I'm not saying that that's a natural fact, but I mean, how do you know, sir? How do you know? How do you know it's not you?
Right.
And what has he been trained to think is good loving and trash? Like, what you know, that requires a deeper dive, because what have you been taught? Like, if you know, and I know guys that, you know, have watched probably way too many pornos, and so they feel like sex with a real person should be what they've been watching in pornos, which is just not reality.
Just hit on something that is
so important.
Yeah.
So I hope, I believe is it Anya?
Anya.
Hey, sorry about that. Anya, I'm glad you guys knew. She said uncircumcised is disgusting. I do not do turtlenecks. Yes, me neither. I cannot. Ladies, don't do y'all children, y'all young fellas
but
like that.
Some men are uncircumcised for religious purposes. But they're also taught. So you have to know that too. So some
they're not for me though. But
yeah, for religious purposes and cultural purposes, but they're also taught how to maintain a strong cleanliness as well.
So it's just it's not, you don't see the turtleneck.
You said when I guess
the fold slides back.
Think it's just the sliding back part, like because sometimes it's not going to be always erect, right? So you may have to help them out.
You're gonna,
so if you got to get it there, you're gonna be just pulling back. I just can't. I
never had that.
Juju, I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from.
Explaining it.
I know, and I understand. I understand that they're taught to clean it. But if we just got through talking about some with sweaty balls and they don't got to go the extra mile, then maybe I don't know.
I don't want to have to unwrap anything to enjoy except my candy bars. Oh, you hear me? I'm just saying.
So we got what did he just say?
Hilarious.
Frank just said you remember some D from 1996?
It was rememberable.
And then he also said with more mouths, then it loses its tightness.
Says a man.
Yeah.
Says a man.
Yeah, he don't know about that. He don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Thank you.
Right. And I
think that's just something that men think they know. They don't.
Right.
They think they the gynecologist.
I'm sorry, brothers, but y'all really don't know.
That's what they've heard. That's a
Like,
negative connotation that they put with women to justify them being small.
And the myth that they can tell.
Right.
Oh, I can tell. No, you can't.
You cannot tell.
You cannot
tell. You cannot tell. You are not a gynecologist or a scientist.
You don't know, sir.
We are literally the snapbacks.
Snapback. Okay, so another question. Do you all think that the hand size and the shoe size determines the size of the D?
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's another
shoe size definitely.
That is another myth.
all the tech people are like this.
Let me just put this out here
No.
because I know somebody that only date guys that are short. Even though I didn't talk about height. And they all was swanging. They was swanging. Like the little ones be swanging.
And they usually have that girth.
And
that
they have
width.
and they have that width. Yeah. So I'm
as
just
a
put
myth,
it out there.
as a myth.
As a
It's a myth. That's
But I
it.
have a friend that's all she dates. And
Mm.
she was like, she has not been disappointed, not one time.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
possible. That's
Wow.
possible.
Yeah.
And I mean, that can
Yeah,
be her experience.
absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
possible. Yeah.
but I can definitely probably see it. I don't know though.
But no, the hand and shoe size thing, it's a myth.
No.
And
It sounds good though.
And I think that's a myth that came from men. Again, I think that
It
was
could
originated
have.
from men.
Yeah,
I can see
probably.
that.
And that's, like I say, just another way to justify them and what they do, whatever. But hey, every man thinks that they're big until they run across a woman and tell them that they're not.
Right. And I
Mm.
think that's so it goes back to what I said earlier that, you know, you got some women that fake it and feed these
Right.
egos to these men
Right.
and they're not. And I'm just the type that'll hurt your feelings.
I
Like
am
you
too.
got to get up. I can't. That's not going to
You're not
happen.
gonna get-
No.
You're not gonna get the,
We're not
you're
doing
not
it.
gonna get the grasp.
Right, nothing.
No noise,
When
no
you go in that,
nothing.
you're not gonna get that from me if
Right.
it's not there. I'm
Right.
just, it's just I'm just real. Like
Yeah,
that.
no,
Right.
no faking, no noises,
Right.
no nothing.
Okay. So we got
Definitely.
another question. How do you all feel about men using enhancement like toys and pumps, cock rings, taking pills and all that to
I don't like the pills and all that kind of. Like for me, I'm all for the toys and all that kind of stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I'm married.
Oh, you
my
just said
bed
you
is
newly
undefiled.
married.
I know that's
Okay,
right.
girl.
Go ahead, Mary
Congratulations.
Jane, undefiled.
Like my grandma said, be a hoe in the bedroom with your
Amen.
husband. That's what my grandma said. We
Amen.
keeping it transparent on here, right?
Amen.
So I'm okay
As you
with
should,
that. And
sis.
whatever. And I'm also open to learning. Teach me what you like, and I'll make sure you get that. But I don't like the pills because that your health can be,
Right.
you know what I'm saying,
Right,
at risk or
right,
something like that.
right.
And I don't want to go into the hospital and be like, how he died on top of me. You know?
He had a pill. He was
took
taking
too
a
many.
pill.
He took too
I
many.
don't want that. No, I can't have that.
No, but one thing that we have to realize is that, and I'm finding this out as I talk to my brothers. I have a lot of male friends, and just in talking to them, it's a lot of brothers out here, a lot of men. I'm gonna say brothers, but a lot of men out here, like over the age of 35 and 40, who are having a difficult time with their stamina. And so, which is why you see more and more of these toys and pills and things happening. And so, really, what we also need to be encouraging of our men is like, take care of your health.
Right.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
I'm
'Cause
gonna
that's
need you
what's
to
coming
eat-
in at.
Yeah,
Yes.
take care of your health, because more and more as our society has changed, is food and people are stressed out. More and more
Right.
men over the age of 35 and 40 are
No,
struggling.
even
with
the younger
stamina.
ones. I was
Yeah,
just
they're
about to
struggling
say.
with
I
stamina.
know I have a couple of friends we talked about. He's like 32, and
Yeah, they
take it. It's
struggling,
like a whole
struggling.
group
Yeah.
of them,
with
and
stamina.
they take them. So
Yeah.
we got a call right now,
All
so
right,
we gonna go
caller.
ahead and see what this caller
Caller.
got to talk about. No, we don't got a caller.
all
So
right.
okay,
Call
we
back,
gonna keep
caller.
on moving. I do not want to mess her name up again, but I do like her comment. Is it Anya?
Yeah.
I got it, girl. I got you. She said, I don't think anything is wrong with cock rings and toys. It's meant to make it more fun and last longer. But the pills, it's a no for me. I don't want the Energizer Bunny.
Right. And I do think that the toys do enhance some things that maybe you haven't done before. You want
Right.
to explore some
Right.
things. And I think that exploration in a bedroom is good.
Yes.
I think that is good. It makes it exciting. It makes it different.
Yeah, because
So-
whenever I get married, I want to swing. But anyway, we got a caller. Let's see what this caller got to say.
I'm sorry. Hello.
Hi, welcome to Talk That Talk.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm. My name is Laura.
Hi,
I'm Laura
Laura.
Clark. How are you?
Hi. I'm great. Thank you. I just seen a couple of your comments. I was trying to get to it. What's going
Yeah,
on?
I need to talk to these young women.
Oh, okay.
I
wanna
really
talk
do.
to
Come
us,
on,
baby.
Auntie Laura.
I need to talk to these young women.
Talk
Okay,
to
we
us,
listening.
Hey,
Auntie.
hey, 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 hey.
Can you turn down your Your
Turn down
background
my-
noise? Yes.
Yeah, hold on. Let me turn
Okay.
it down.
Thank
All
you.
right. All right, Lawyer, because we ready.
Talk to him, Laura.
Talk to.
Yes, I'm ready to talk to these young women.
Talk to him. Talk
Sides.
to
It's
him.
not the
Okay,
sides,
it's
the
all the
motion.
way down.
Okay.
It's all the way
We can
down.
hear you. We
All
can
right.
hear you.
How y'all doing?
We great.
good. Give us this knowledge on Laura.
Okay, am I talking to the women on the podium?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, because I can't hear you guys now because I turned it all the way down.
We can hear
Hi,
you.
Oh, you gotta,
This is Laura
We can
Clark.
hear you,
Okay,
and
can
everybody
you-
on YouTube can
Okay,
hear
so you
you.
can turn it up a little.
Everybody,
so you
how
can hear us.
y'all doing? Good evening. Check this out. Let me tell you young women something about these men that's taking pills and need a little help with the rings on the penis and all that shit. Let me tell you something. When it comes, you talk about size don't matter.
The motion, huh?
Because if you can put it in there and work it, let me tell you something. I dealt with a young man. He was so small, but it felt so good.
Well, he was so
'Cause he
small
knew-
but so good. All right.
He's so good. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let me tell you something else. When they have to take a little something, y'all keep on listening. Because these men have to take a little something to help them out. But that shit, I mean, excuse me, I don't mean to use that language.
It's all good.
you
This
go ahead.
transparency right here.
You know, sometimes
Good,
they need a
talk,
little
talk.
help. Just like we need a little help to get along through our day.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with a little help.
There's
I
nothing
feel
wrong
You
with
know what I'm
that.
saying?
But okay, so let me ask
It's
you
sad
this.
when the tire go flat. And if the tire go flat, while it's driving, then you got a flat tire. That's some BS right there.
Laura.
Oh,
Auntie Laura.
Honey,
that's a
yes,
BS.
I'm telling you.
Auntie Laura.
That's some BS.
And guess what? I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm going to put it out there. My name is Laura. I'm Lucretia's auntie.
Yeah, Cree
Look.
already.
And let me tell you-
Auntie, that's why I'm calling
Okay.
you Auntie.
Auntie.
Okay,
Auntie,
and
I
then
got
I'm
a
going to tell y'all
question.
now.
Wait a minute.
Talk
Auntie.
to me.
Can
Ask
you-
me.
Okay, so what about? I know you defending. I want to say maybe the ones that are a little bit older that got to take the pills. But what? How do you feel about these ones that's out here that's like 29 to 34 taking these pills? They too young for that. I feel.
Mm.
No, they're not, because
Oh,
you
they
know what
not?
happened?
Oh, because
Let me tell you what happened to them. What happened to them, can I use the word D?
Yeah, you can use it. I just didn't want to use it.
Okay. They've been giving their dick a party.
That's what I just said. I just
That's
said
all
that.
it
That's
is.
why.
And,
Yeah.
and let me tell you something. I ain't even on dick no more. I'm going to be real with you.
Oh.
I'm a lesbian now.
Oh, you are.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
But I have 3 children and was
Okay.
married twice. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And had a few other people out there that I deal with.
Right.
And it's always been different. You know what I'm saying? So if they work it and I get off, come on, bring it, baby. That's what I'm telling you. It ain't about no size. It's about how you work it.
Okay. Well, all
You know what
right
I'm
then.
saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And I'm going to tell y'all women on the podium. I'm
Yeah.
talking to you with the red hair. I don't
Uh-huh.
know your name. I'm talking to you
Juju.
with the long, streamy, the wrap. And yeah, my niece, Creature. And that's my girl right here on the end, T.
That's
Check
T.
this out, y'all.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
It's not about the size. It's about getting satisfied.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
we
You know what I'm saying?
We
I
established
don't know
that.
if I don't know if you came in late, but we definitely did state that in the
Yeah.
beginning
Okay.
of the.
So it's all about getting satisfied.
Yeah, we know.
If they gotta take a pill to satisfy you, let them motherfuckers take a pill and get that, and you get that. Get yours off. It's all about getting you off. Getting you off. As long as you get off and get yours.
Right, Auntie.
Shit. What?
Thank you so
Auntie
much
is
for
a
calling
raw
in,
as a rare
Auntie.
corn.
We love it. Thank you for calling
Auntie is
in.
a
Have
rare
a
form.
good
We love
night.
it.
Y'all see, this is like an everyday thing.
Because about at
I
home,
love
my grandma.
Auntie.
That's why I said what I said. My grandma said you got to do what you got to do
Yeah.
in the bedroom for your husband.
Absolutely.
You got to know how to turn
Yeah.
over a dime. That's what my grandma said.
The example of keeping it real.
Right. But you know what? She
Auntie.
brought up a good point about the younger men.
Yeah.
And I think the fact
And
that
that's what I
they're
said.
having more
More.
sex,
Yep.
Right.
that they're getting burnt out.
Yep.
And it takes a lot more for them
Yep.
Right.
to get there. Like if you're constantly watching porn, you're constantly,
Yeah.
your mind has
It's
to work
messed up.
harder
Right.
to get to a point to where you should already be.
And they're
Exactly.
exposed
Right,
to
right,
Exactly.
they're exposed to things earlier. They can
Yeah.
get
Right.
access to a lot more
Yeah.
things.
Exactly.
Then maybe we could. There was no social media, so you had to sneak and maybe catch something. But anything they go to, they can just get on the phone and just go to it, and they have phones as early as 5, 6, 7 years old.
Yeah, and that's why, as a parent, you should be monitoring your child's phone or having those conversations.
Somebody exposed my nephew when he was about 8. Another child in the house. We were all in the house together and exposed my nephew. To, porn.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's when the damage comes in, especially to our young men and women.
Because now that seed is planted in their minds. And now they want to know what it's like.
Right.
And one thing about sex is that your body craves it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And especially
like
when you're exposed to it. So that's why, even though this is a shift, but that's why if you're molested or taken advantage of at a younger age, it's something that you crave, because for one, you think it's right. You were introduced to it.
It feels good.
And that too. So it opens up another door. That was the same with my son, a little girl. These little girls is hot in school. When I say he got to asking me questions, I had to stop at a light. I was just stuck and pull over.
We work at schools, and that's what little girls
overexposed.
We were under the slide, and little Johnny did, and I was like, wait a minute, what? This is going on playgrounds.
Yeah,
and what therapists know is that early exposure to sexuality in this way, in the context of porn and movies and TV shows, really does something psychological to boys and girls. And
absolutely.
So, even though we're talking light about size, and we've concluded that size doesn't matter all the way, but it also, we have to be mindful about what we expose our kids to and our young people to. Well, because what that does do, as they get older and mature, they have dysfunctional relationships with themselves and with others.
Right, but not even. We have to be careful. I mean, we definitely need to be careful what we expose our children to, and we need to know what they are being exposed to. But so to that, bringing that into your home and you're married, it also brings issues as well.
Absolutely.
Because you want the husbands want the wives to do what Keisha doing on this porn. No, on this porn. So you're bringing that in, and it ruins it, because the guy is craving for what that woman is doing, and he's bringing it home to his woman. So that changes as well.
Sometimes it's an unrealistic thing when, like you said, when people see things on TV, these ideologies are what people go by, even when it comes to relationships. These are the ideologies that people go by. Oh, what I saw on TV, I want Cliff Huxtable. They're not really married in real life.
Right. I want that white picket fence. Right.
Like, you want the Valley Ranch commercial.
And I think more so in relationships, what happens is everybody's coming from different lifestyles.
Right.
And then what happens is you literally come into a relationship and you have to compete with what they just came from.
Right.
Until they unlearn that and learn you. And that's where the issue comes from. Because I'm not gonna lie.
Or if they're willing to, they have to be willing to let it go too as well.
Because I want, sometimes a woman, we don't want that just sexual healing stuff. We want bang us. Like, we might want that.
We want to quickly flipped over on the table because the kids ain't here tonight.
Why I said
that's talking from a wife, y'all.
Everything. And once you got to give it the slow, the passionate, the whatever, and then at the finale, do your
finale. But you know what? Not even in that though. So I kind of, because it can't always be in one section though. No, like it kind of, to what Cree just said. Sometimes you just want that straightforward because you don't got time for the slow. You don't got time. You just got to bend over, jump up on the counter type of thing.
That's spontaneous.
You know what I'm saying? But we got another call.
Come on,
we got another call. So let's go on and see what this caller talking about. Hello.
Yes.
Hi. Thank you for calling in. Your name?
My name is the one and the only infamous Frank Oliver. Listen.
The fool
himself. I knew you was gonna call in though.
I was gonna let y'all stop. I was gonna let y'all go until y'all in there. Listen, y'all.
What you got to say?
Y'all gonna have to admit that sometimes, I think Auntie Laura was trying to help y'all. Sometimes the reason why the man is introducing porn is because maybe sometimes y'all getting boring. You gotta get maybe you gotta know
that's not what says people are watching porn.
No, I'm saying, Juju, that sometimes people get comfortable. I think a lot of times, when really honestly in relationships, people can't be honest. And so, as y'all
Okay.
talk about honesty,
Yeah.
a man should be able to tell you, you need to get your game back up.
And that's okay.
Your game is off.
But I
Right.
don't necessarily think that they're just bringing that in because of that. Sometimes men are bringing in just be simple fact that they got an issue with watching porn and they want to introduce their wife to it. So I just had this
Or their
conversation
significant
with
other, yeah.
two couples, and that was the case. One of the husbands was already watching it. That's what he
Addicted.
wanted,
He
and
was already
he
addicted.
brought her into it. Now she's addicted to it. So now they can't even have a session without watching porn.
But
Neither one of them.
challenges is, one of the things that porn does
Mhm.
for people, it creates for them it creates this drama, this
Mental fantasy.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
and fantasy of male domination and drama.
Right.
And
Just said that.
sometimes
Thank
you
you.
may have to, if you're trying to help, you might have to create that for somebody in order to bring them out of that addiction. Like, I think we kind of just talk about that is how do I use my sexuality or my to help somebody become a better person, other than, as I've been listening to y'all talking about, just getting pleased.
Yeah, but
Hold on.
let me just offer this. I hear what you're saying, but there's no addiction that I can join you in and to help pull you out.
Exactly.
Right.
So I hear what you're saying with that. Like, well, maybe she need to join in the addiction to help pull him out the addiction. And
No, I wasn't saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you create the atmosphere.
I was about to ask, are you
So you're
saying
saying
create
be-
your
so
own?
you're saying
replicate it. Yeah,
You
you're
be
saying
his porn.
So you saying be
Oh,
the actor?
yeah, but
Yeah,
see,
you
but-
be Keisha tonight with that red. That's what I'm
That's-
saying. She may not be able to live up to what Keisha is doing in
Right.
that porn,
Why she
regardless
can't?
if she's
Why she
bringing it.
can't?
But hear me out.
Because it's-
Regardless if she's bringing it in or not, his fixation and what he's already
Yeah.
fixed on is that individual in that
It's
porn.
unrealistic.
So
No.
it's she's not
It's
going to be able to do it,
unrealistic.
regardless
She
of
can't
how
be
much
that.
she
Yeah, she
tries.
can't be the porn
It's not
star.
going to happen
Yeah.
because she's
Sweetheart, most men who are
It's
addicted to porn,
unrealistic. It's unrealistic.
most men, it's unrealistic to y'all because you ain't working. You got to learn.
Listen.
a lot of
No,
women
sir.
got to learn how to get in
Listen.
that gym
You-
and get their.
It's-
Your sex is tied to your also
Why
how
is he
much.
still on the
Come on, Lord, I work out every day. But anyway, is that it? Because we are
Thank
actually
you,
talking about
Oliver, for
size
calling.
matter.
Y'all don't want to
We
get.
talking
y'all
about
don't wanna-
size
Thank you
matter.
for calling.
But the other
How is
side,
your
the
size?
other
I'm
side to what you're saying, Oliver, is that you're putting it on the woman for her to get it together. But I think there's a balanced
I was
conversation
going to say that.
in
Yeah.
the men also
Yes.
making sure that he is arriving at the situation, knowing
Exactly.
that part of the
It's a fantasy.
the whole environment of sex and intercourse is that we satisfy each other.
Exactly.
So it's not just for her to get her game up.
Exactly.
Right.
Y'all have, there's some conversation that we both got to have
Right.
together
Right.
about how we satisfy
Yeah,
each
that's
other.
what a lot of people are stating in the comments. That
Yeah,
communication
that's what adults do. They
definitely
don't.
needs to take
Yeah.
place. It's just an issue with
I just
sex.
want to end here. I'm gonna let y'all have y'all shot. I
You
just want to
don't
end
get the
here.
last word on her show.
I'm not gonna get the last part. I just said I want to end because I want y'all to finish up y'all show. I'm just saying, whenever it comes time for a man to start talking to y'all been talking for a whole 45
It's
minutes
a woman's
about what
show,
men ain't doing.
Frank.
When a man
we
tell
didn't say
y'all
what
that
men
y'all
ain't
need to
doing.
get y'all game up, now y'all talking about communication.
Who
I
said
wanna
that our
hear
game wasn't up though? And then you got to talk about the gym. I work out every day.
Listen,
Now I do
listen,
agree
how
with
about
you with that.
And not only that, I
It's-
mean, again, a lot of men have standards that they don't live by themselves.
Exactly.
Right.
Because let's do it together. Then if we
Exactly.
doing
Right,
it,
right.
let's go do it together.
Because
Don't
my-
say
this is
I
my
need to hit the
thing.
gym. If
Wait,
not
you still
hitting
on the call?
Because this is my thing.
Still on the call.
Because my
Yeah, yeah,
thing
get
is,
up.
Your
my
time
thing
is
is,
up.
I don't. If you want to
We
watch
reclaiming
porn,
our
let's
time.
watch porn, but don't expect me
To
to
be the
perform
porn
To be
star.
Keisha.
as a porn star.
Right.
I'm gonna do what I can
Which-
do,
right.
and if you want more, more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, no.
Right. We get another caller. Hey. Welcome to Talk
Hi.
and Talk. Hi. Your
It's me,
name?
Miss Laura again.
Oh, Lord. So between you and the Frank, between you and FO, between you and FO, y'all cutting up tonight, huh?
What's up, Auntie?
Yes,
what's up?
yes. I need a little time on the show.
Come on, Auntie.
Come on, we
Auntie,
gotta
Little
go
more
with that.
time.
Auntie,
We're
with
gonna
her
go on and
own
give you a
show.
little minute or two.
Huh?
We're gonna give you a minute or two. What's going on?
Okay. I just want to tell them about, because they speaking of how the woman is what the guys are used to with the porns and the strippers and all that. No. You be your own porn.
Exactly.
You make your own porn. You be your own stripper. You know what I'm saying? That's how that goes. You can do that.
Also, you
You don't-
agreeing with what Frank just said?
No,
Yes, I am.
No, we can be our own.
We can be you be
You don't
yourself.
have to
He
be
agreed. He agreed. That's technically what Frank just said.
I could be a stripper in the bedroom.
Well,
you know
that's
what I'm
what
saying?
Frank just said. That's what he said. We need to. That's what he just said.
I
He literally
understand.
just said that.
And I understand. The
Let
concept
me
of
tell these.
creating-
Let me tell my girls. Let me tell my girls.
Okay, we go.
I won't be long. I promise.
Okay, come on.
We listening, Auntie. We listening. We taking notes.
Okay. Hey, girls, it's me, Miss Laura again.
Okay,
Check
we can
this
hear
out.
you. Go ahead.
All right, check this out. We don't have to play the role of being the other girl, the stripper,
Right.
what they see on TV or on videos or nothing like that.
Exactly.
I can go in the bedroom and be the baddest stripper it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to dance my way through.
Yes.
I'm a work it like I know how to work it, and I'm going to satisfy his ass. Now, the only way he cannot get satisfaction is he got his mind set on something else.
And so that's what I was saying earlier.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
normally the case. That's what I was saying to Frank. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what the girl does. If he's still fixed on that, that's just
If he
what it
got
is.
his mind set
Yes.
somewhere else,
That's
it's all good. You know what I would tell brother?
What?
You bring the pole in your room and let me dance. You know what I'm saying?
Auntie.
Bring your pole in the room and let me dance.
Auntie, you got some
Okay.
fans in the
Thank
studio.
you. Thank
You got some fans in the studio, Auntie.
Matter of fact, I was just having this conversation with
Let
my
me
husband.
dance.
Listen.
I want a pole. And not only just for the sexual part of it, but just for the aerobics of
Right.
it.
You know what?
A lot of
So,
people
The first,
yeah.
the first time I got on the pole,
Uh-huh.
the first time I got on the pole, I didn't know what I was doing, right?
That can be
And a friend of
dangerous.
mine took me. She
That
took
can be
me to
dangerous.
she had a pole in her garage. And she said, I'm going to show you how to work it. She was a
She
dancer.
did, yeah.
She showed me how to work the pole. And I guarantee you, I never did it for the money.
Right.
But if I had to do it for the honey,
Come on.
I'll work
Come
that
on.
pole.
Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do.
Not for the money,
You know
but for
what
the
I'm saying?
honey.
Thank you so much for
I'll
calling
work
in.
that pole if I had to do it for the honey.
For your honey.
And I agree
and
with
that's
creating-
and I think what Auntie is saying is, that's adult, right? The monogamous relationship with someone, and this is what two adults decide to do.
Do right.
You can do that for your honey.
Right.
Yeah.
And I believe that. And like I say, me personally, I wouldn't mind if my husband said, "Let's go to the strip club. Let's go."
Correct.
Right, right.
I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
Right.
Of course.
Is that
No, the only thing I don't share. I don't share my food. I don't share my man. But if you
Right.
want to go and you want to have some fun and all that, let's
You wanna
go.
watch?
It's
I'm
nothing.
with that.
It's
You wanna
it's
teach me
nothing
some
wrong with
things, I'm
that.
with
I just think you have to make sure that it's an understanding
Right.
as
Yeah.
well, because you're opening up another door, though.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of women don't understand that when they do things. So in your eyes, it's like, yeah,
Mhm.
right.
Right,
I'm
because
going
she's
to the
talking about her and her
strip
husband.
club and
Yeah,
this man,
she
my
talking about
husband
her
want to have
husband,
fun,
right.
right?
And
But
the bed
still,
is
in his
undefiled.
eyes,
Marriage.
right?
Mhm.
Sometimes I'm not saying your husband,
Uh-huh.
he may think something else. Let's go again. Then you want to
Right.
make sure it ain't gonna become
No.
practice, an everyday type
Don't
of
be
thing. So
like
we got to
me.
be careful.
Don't be
We
like
do
me,
got
'cause I
one
used to
more
visit Mel
question.
Exotic every
Yeah.
weekend.
T,
And
you
that's
wanted
where
to say something
communication
before we
is
go into our
important.
other question.
Oh no, I was just saying that I understand creating the atmosphere,
Mhm.
and I agree with creating the atmosphere but is for both of us, because a lot
Right.
of times we put so much
Yes,
into another
right.
person
Exactly.
that we lose
And
out on
communication
being
about what we
satisfied.
both want.
That part.
Right. So let's do this together, because me myself, I used to go to Mel Exotic. I used to like to go to Mel Exotic.
You used to go to the
myself
Right
was
Track?
addicted. The Right Track wasn't
Not the
really my
Right
place.
Track.
I used to go to the Right Track.
But Studio East was my place
Studio
first.
E, the Right Track.
And then everybody started going to the
Rotations.
Right Track.
Let it
right.
roll.
Let it roll. Let it
Let it
roll.
roll,
Yes.
let it
That
roll,
was
let it
Minaj's
roll.
song. Yes. And Courvoisier had the best rotations.
Rotation. Oh, I used to do battles with Courvoisier.
yeah.
Girl, I used to
Oh,
win. I
yes.
stayed
I
with
was
that
in
little
there.
change.
Yes, me too. Me too. So I understand where you're coming
Right.
from. You know, so just creating an atmosphere because of what I've seen. Like you said, it's a certain standard that you know.
And I think what we're agreeing is that when it comes to whether we're talking about size or motion or flow, it's really about communication.
Yes.
between the two individuals.
Yes, yes.
That, you know,
yes.
whoever you're in
Yeah, Auntie was great.
relationship with, we
Right.
got to communicate.
Yes.
Right.
You
That's
know,
what it's all
on
about.
what
You
was
have
we got to
to.
communicate on this thing. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so since we're nearing approaching the end, should I say? How do you guys feel about men sending you unauthorized deflicts?
Knock
Oh
it
my
off.
God.
Knock
Do
it
not.
off.
Oh, do
Let
not.
me
That is
Knock
my pet
it
peeve.
off.
Do not do it.
Don't do it. Knock it off. It's not
Okay,
sexy.
no, okay, wait, let Cree go. 'Cause we clearly we
Knock
all got
it
something to
off.
say.
To this day,
Oh,
I
that's
do
the
not
irritating.
have
Oh.
AirDrop open on my iPhone. I was in
For-
Walmart
Oh,
and a
sis.
dude AirDropped
His pick.
His
pick
D.
to my phone. And I was
Mm.
like, everybody in Walmart that has their AirDrop available. get
People
his picture?
people walk around with their AirDrop open to see whose AirDrop is open, and they do that
and
kind of
I
foolishness.
I was so like, it was like secondhand embarrassment. Because
Yeah.
first of all, you ain't even all of that, and then you just sending it to random people. And I was
Yeah.
like,
That's what gets me. So I put up a meme
Knock
that
it off.
said,
Don't
okay,
do
you
it.
know, it was during the wintertime season coming, and it was like sundress season is over. We here for the gray sweats, basically.
Uh-huh.
That meme.
Oh, you was here for that. That's what you put that
Why did
up
I put
high.
that on Instagram?
T, you put that up high. You was ready for the
Gray
gray
sweats.
sweats.
But why did
But
I
you
put
know that
on
3.5
Instagram?
is not going to be seen.
Right.
don't
And I
do it.
started getting pics of sweats and hard
Prints.
penises.
You
and
started getting it in your DM?
in my DM.
Your DM.
It was going down in the DM. I said,
Pull
what
them
I do
up.
that for?
Pull them up right now. No, just
Because they were trying to show you, oh, you want to know what's in these gray sweats.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but they shouldn't have.
No, they should
Some of
not
the people
have.
should
It's
have kept it to
offensive.
That wasn't
themselves.
an open invitation.
That's why they
It was
never
not
got
invite.
a reply.
Okay, so
Yeah, don't
that's-
do it, guys. Just
that is
knock it
just
off.
so.
why do they do
That
it?
was so
though?
irritating to me. Like this dude. First of all, this guy, we was talking. We exchanged numbers. We went out once. He came up by my job and took me to lunch. And then he asked me like some days later via text, like, how would you feel? I said, if somebody
You
ever
said.
send me that, do not, if they do, I'm blocking them.
Right.
He sends
He
it.
wanted to get blocked.
He wanted to see if you was going to be
He
for real
sent
with
it like
them.
2 days
He
later.
wanted to
He
get
thought
blocked.
he was that bomb.
And oh, he was bomb. Like I have it in my, I saved it.
Oh, okay,
So I'll
okay,
show y'all
yeah,
afterwards. He was
Still
lit. Like for real. He was not a 5.1
Oh.
or 3.5. He was not that. So he must be
Yeah,
out of
he was
the
over
9%.
average.
Yeah, he's
The
over
8
average.
yeah.
Yes, he was.
Above average.
Yeah, he was right.
He's
But
overachiever.
don't send me that because you asked me and I told you no. Like it was such a
Right.
turn off.
Right.
So I did
Right.
block him.
It's disgusting.
I blocked
can be a
him.
turn-off,
It was
definitely.
such a turn off.
It
Like
is.
it was so like don't do that. Like for what? And we're not even together like that. You know,
Right.
that's what I was telling you.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of
Right.
it?
You're
though?
not
Knock it off.
Because
enticing
I'm
me
not
with that.
sending you no pictures. Like I
Yeah.
ain't never sent no pictures a day in my life.
I'm not sending
I don't
it.
send pictures. Mm-mm.
I'm not sending it.
That's
Yeah,
a
they're
whole
just
nother
not-
topic. But I don't send
It's
pictures.
not interesting. And I
No,
mean, I
I'm
guess there might be
You
might be
know,
some women
I've
that
never
enjoy
sent
that,
pictures.
but
Really?
You know how I look. If we never been there, you better get that memory to
Mental
work.
picture.
Keep it in your
Mental
mind.
picture, huh?
I'm
Make sure
not
the lights
sending
is
you
on.
nothing.
Take
You
that
ain't
mental
gonna-
picture,
That's
huh?
one thing.
Make sure the
can't
lights is
nobody
on.
ever say they got.
Oh,
But yeah. So how do you feel about?
oh,
guys
it's a
sending-
no.
It's a no.
Don't-
It's
yeah,
a no for
it's
you.
just
Like
unattractive.
it is.
Yeah, it's
so
just-
unattractive.
Especially, I mean, if I guess if I was talking to someone and I asked for it, but if
Right.
if it's unsolicited, you
No,
just think like
Just
we're
unsolicited.
at that place now. You could just send these kinds of
No.
We
things.
never kissed. Like, why is you even sending me that? We did a
No.
church hug.
to
So
turn
why
me
are
on.
you
To
sending
turn,
me?
yeah,
Like we did a church hug,
Yeah.
side hug. No, the
Right.
church hug is side.
yeah.
So it's like, why would you even send
it's a
me
violation
something
of
like that?
our
to
space.
turn you
Yeah.
off.
And I blocked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Because
just-
somebody probably got, like you said, somebody probably fed that ego, got excited about it.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
figured, oh, I
And
can
I
do
think
that with
that's what he was
everybody.
thinking. He was thinking I probably was gonna change my mind.
And men need to
Not-
know.
Okay, or
men
get
need to know
interested.
that every woman is not the same.
Right.
We don't operate the
Right.
same. We don't think the same.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's a no.
No, so
It's
Okay, so
make sure it's mutual.
right. Because I'm not saying you that.
It's
So
a
don't say
no.
me that. So, but okay, so basically, what did we come up with this? Size matter or doesn't matter or it depends?
it depends.
I think it depends.
I think it
depends.
just depends.
But I think it matters. But it matters. It matters, and it's not either. It matters, and the other side is like whatever you're working with, you have to know how to.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
and that the myth is, that the bigger the better, and that's a myth. It's not real,
right?
So don't go around.
They do not be normal.
Telling people that kind of foolishness, right?
Because it's
the pencils is off. Women.
I'm gonna get you a T-shirt. Say all pencils.
All pencils. Give me a shirt.
With a pencil and an X.
We all agree to the
no pencils.
But I think we all agree that the fact that if you got what you got and you working with it, that it may work
right
for somebody.
I think Aunt Laura hit the nail on the head when she said satisfaction.
Yeah,
make sure
and communication is key.
Yes, communication.
Well,
and
so we can both be satisfied.
Every aspect, when you're being sensual with someone, communication in your body language, communication with your body, communication with your mouth, all of those things do matter.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Communication with your mouth.
I think a lot of like we were having a conversation.
Sure, Nicole.
We talking about size matter. I mean, come on,
because when we were having a conversation before we actually started going live, we were having a conversation about orgasms and sometimes men, they work to try to just get the orgasm, but it's just like, what about the process? Let's enjoy the view on the way to the destination.
Because that might not be my requirement.
Treat it like a journey.
Yes, that's
treat it like a marathon and not a sprint.
I smell the roses and look at the houses before I get to where I'm going.
Treat it like a marathon, not a sprint.
I am in agreement. Anya is like size in all caps matters.
Anya is 26.
And she like that's on period.
That's on period.
Please me.
Peer point was
no matter what you do.
Tell her to visit this. Tell her to visit this at 36 and tell me how she feel at 36.
Oh, well, I'm visiting it and I'm telling you that it matters. And I'm 42. It matters to me. Like I get all of that, but it has to, you have to be
her with a pencil.
Yeah, because you can have
I understand the pencil. I really do. I don't that pencil thing is horrible. That's the most irritating thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
just
It is.
Hey, y'all do not
Just
forget
yeah.
to like, share, and comment. Because this is a great topic tonight. I'm so excited you ladies being here. But what was you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I forgot.
I'm sorry. I had that thought and I was like, let me get that. She was like, oh.
No, I know. I was saying that for me, now that I'm married, it's
beautiful.
More. It's
beautiful.
It's more.
Congratulations.
So, and this marriage is a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
And
we want to encourage that.
Yeah. And so it's
marriage, y'all.
I don't want a woman to say, I only want a man with a big thing. I need to marry a man with it. Because once you need to get what works for you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Find what works for
you.
Absolutely. And find a size that, you know what I'm saying? And go with that. You know, it's not going to be like, oh, he's the perfect man, but he got a little thing. It's just like, well, if that's the perfect man,
he's a perfect man, period.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just that I want people to understand that, because when you get married, sometimes it's not even about the sex. It's about
communication.
Closeness,
companionship.
Yeah. It's about just sometimes you just want to be held, or sometimes, like I said, the journey to the
destination.
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? So
I agree.
It's just about, I don't want women to just be out here looking for a man dingo, and then you
but you are hoping for that,
and then he's just a bastard, and he, you know.
But you hope, but you hope for that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you want intimacy. You want intimacy.
You definitely you want the whole package. The whole package that's pleasing to your eyes, and that's pleasing to you, and that works for you.
Because if it's intimacy and it fits for you,
right,
it doesn't matter the size, because it's for you. It works for you.
Right.
You know
so Cree, someone has a question for you in the comments. Ebony is saying, so Cree is saying size is not a deal breaker.
Not in a loving relationship.
No, because it's gonna the mental part is there.
Okay.
And the moment that he enters in, you're already in glory, because it's like, this is my husband, this is my man, this is, you know.
No, absolutely.
That's beautiful.
No, absolutely. And I want to make that clear. I'm not saying that, but I have to feel you coming. Entering.
No, I'm just saying. I'm gonna be honest, because you can find you a man with a find a man with a big one, and after a while you'll get used to it, and you don't think it's big no more.
Right. Yeah, so I'm definitely not saying that. I'm definitely not saying that.
And I think
bigger,
Yeah.
Not the 12. I
and-
Create
and-
that you
and
like. No,
listen,
no, 12, yeah,
obviously, not the
no.
12.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
no.
and I think it's important that we establish this. We are not saying that size, whatever it is more important than character.
Yes, we are not
Right.
saying that.
Mm-mm.
Please,
Yeah.
let's make that
Yeah,
clear. Thank you, Juju. Thank you, Juju.
So we don't want you
Thank
just
you,
checking for
Juju.
size.
Right. We are not.
We
just,
want you checking for character
not
and size.
just checking for size. We are
We
not
checking for character.
We are
We
not.
checking
Character
for
first.
bank
It's definitely not a
accounts.
deal breaker.
We checking
It's
for
not a deal
responsible,
breaker. Right,
honest.
Yeah, it's not a deal
You
breaker.
It's
just
not-
you
yeah.
just hope
Yeah,
because
that
because
is well
it's like
proportioned.
it's like food that you like. You know what I'm
You
saying?
hope it's going to be
You
good.
just hope that this food
Yeah.
is made right.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
the whole entree
Yeah.
Well, baby, look.
So I'm
Plus
just hoping
dessert.
it's made
Yes.
right.
plus
So for me,
appetizer.
That's why you
Yeah.
hug and you
And the
lean
after
in
dinner
with the
drink.
head.
You can't be always giving the church huggies, Sharon. You gotta hug.
Slow up on them
Sharon.
church hugs.
You get that
I'll be
leg
doing
in,
church
you get that
hugs.
Slow up on them church hugs.
all the time.
get that feeling with that hug, that lean in.
Right,
hug,
right.
You know?
So, any final thoughts before we close out, ladies? T.
Oh, as usual, I commend you, ladies. It was a great show. It was great being here with you guys. Again, learning so much, having this dialogue about this subject, and then just knowing that, we're all different. For
Right.
some of us, it definitely does matter. We definitely have different deal breakers.
Right.
And just knowing that,
Just a
let me
pencil.
just say this.
And sweaty balls.
No pencils, no sweat. And that
No
that men
No pigs.
and let me say this, that men are a beautiful species.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yes.
Wonderful
yes.
And I just wanted to put that out there.
And we appreciate
We
We
appreciate
appreciate y'all, especially
do.
the black men.
Yes,
yes.
we lift
I
our
love me a
black men.
There's nothing more
because the
beautiful than a
myth is
beautiful
the
black
black
man.
man doesn't have to
Nothing
worry
more
about
beautiful than a
size.
beautiful black man.
Right, that is the myth, but we know that ain't
Baby,
that ain't it.
we know that's a man.
Anything,
saying.
Cree, you
I
want to?
enjoyed myself with you ladies. The show was awesome. The topic was awesome. I learned some things, and I'm excited. I'm excited about the topic. I'm excited to go home and talk about it with my husband.
Yes.
And, you know,
you
and-
might just
yeah.
go on and get it with that girl. Baby girl to sleep.
I just, so I enjoyed myself. I'm glad that you guys.
Okay, thank
invited
you
me.
for coming.
And and in typical preacher fashion, I'm gonna say it this way: size does matter, but it doesn't matter more than character, commitment, and a clean heart.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's good. A
Yes.
clean heart. Yes. Yes. Juju. Yes. Well, on that note, thank you all for tuning in. We will be back next week, Thursday at 7:30 p.m. And my co-host, he'll be here. And I get to mess with him all night. A1, because he be doing the most. But no, thank you all for tuning in. I enjoyed each and one of you ladies. So thank you for coming on and having lady night
Yeah, it's
with
been
me.
fun.
And that's it. I don't have an ending on the side
This has
thing.
been
I think
fun.
we summed it up on
This has
tonight
been fun.
show. But I can say, let me just add, I do want to read Laura's last comment. She
Auntie
said,
Laura.
Auntie Laura.
Auntie.
She said, if you are feeling a person, he can melt you away no matter what size.
Exactly.
We'll see y'all next Thursday.
Thursday.
No cap. That's facts. Oh, we thought you.
Oh, we still live. Why would you keep us still live? So this is what we dealing with.
So that's how you gonna play it?
We can go on.
That's how you gonna play